Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a celebration of video game icons getting together and beating the hell out of each other. And of course, some villains are gonna have to show up. Today I want to take a look at the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate villains and rank them from worst to best. And no, this isn't based off of skill or tier the character is on, it's based off of how villainous they can be and off of preference, as usual. Quick disclaimer, Ryu is classified as a villain on the Smash Wiki, but when I asked some Street Fighter players on Discord if that was accurate, they said no. So no, he will not be appearing on this list. So sit back and relax, and let's take a look at some of the cruelest characters in this video game. Up first at the bottom, we have Wario. Look, I don't even want to call this man a villain. He's more of a creep. I mean, he even has moves where he legit farts and chews on you, although the bike attack is really sick. With the way he moves, that huge pink nose, and his weird laugh, doesn't even remotely make him villain-like. He just reminds me of creeps who stare at you when you're on the subway. Wario doesn't deserve a high villain status at all, he's just a greedy couch potato who needs to be considerate of his hygiene. King Dedede from the Kirby series is coming up next, and this fat penguin is way too lovable to be a villain. Dedede from Kirby seems different than Dedede from Smash. I guess he does have tools to make him a sick bad guy, with that shield breaking hammer and those spiky Gordos that he throws out. This character is so wholesome to be a bad creature, but that doesn't mean the people who made him are. I swear, they think they got the whole squad laughing when they suck people and kamikaze off stage with them. Pit's the type of guy to get rejected because the girl he likes wants to be a Dark Pit instead. While he lacks extreme villain traits, he's definitely an edgy character. He's just a rival of Pit and nothing more. Something to point out is, Dark Pit's bow is much cooler than Pit's, and he's a great antagonist. He's just so low on the list because being a rival of a character just doesn't seem that bad. Overall in Smash, Dark Pit is the cooler Pit. Even if Pit seems more useful, he's still mad annoying. If I had listed Wolf based off of his looks, he would be very high up, but I don't know much about him, so I had to go into a Discord server and ask myself. So Wolf apparently has a rival relationship with Fox, and in reality he's not a main villain, just a minor menace in the Star Fox games. He's just above Dark Pit because seriously his costume speaks for itself. Bowser Jr. is just a different type of villain. He's your typical little brat. Like honestly, I love the character but his personality is so annoying, but that's also what makes him a good villain. Heck, even his attacks are mostly annoying, like the Cannon Mecha Koopa are just pure mean. Oh yeah, remember when I said he was a brat? Well, he's even got an attack where the clown car sticks its tongue out and licks you. If that doesn't drive you over the edge, I don't know what would. I really didn't want to put this character on the list because it's just a meme, but yeah, technically Piranha Plant is a villain, so let's talk about it. I think Plant is better than the characters listed before solely because the Piranha Plants have been annoying Mario since day one. I'm sure there are a couple thousand annoying plants out there at this point. Smash Plant is interesting because it's a mix of concepts from all the different types of Piranha Plants throughout the Mario universe, especially when it comes to its special attacks. Being a Bowser minion isn't too evil, but considering all of the appearances of plants just trying to kill Mario in this franchise, it deserves to be up there higher. I can already hear the questioning of how Meta Knight is above Dedede. In fact, Meta Knight isn't that bad, but when he is, he's a pretty scary villain. Meta Knight shows no mercy to his opponents, and it's been like that in the Kirby games and even in Smash. It's just him recklessly slashing his opponents over and over and over again with his sword. I swear, if Smash Bros had blood and gore, Meta Knight might be higher up on the list because for sure he would shred up every single character on the roster. Dark Samus is another no mercy type of character, but if I put her below Meta Knight, I might have to reconsider this whole entire list. She's cooler than every character that I listed before. She's a Metroid with human DNA, making a very powerful foe in the Metroid Prime series. She's also the most villain looking character that we've seen so far as well. I mean, her attacks are ripped right off of Samus, so that doesn't make her any more or less terrifying in the slightest. I'm sure you've been told never to judge a book by its cover, but you might want to reconsider that for Dark Samus. I was debating a lot on where to put Bowser on the list. He's done very bad things, but deep down he's just doing it for love. Bowser may be your standard kidnapper, but he just wants his girl. Like seriously, if Peach won't go with him, he might as well just take the prize. All jokes aside, along with the kidnapping, Bowser breathes fire and attacks using his weight and spikes on his body. He's got an entire army including Piranha Plant and his son who were listed earlier on the list. Evil techniques if you ask me, but Bowser will always be the first villain I think of when it comes to Nintendo. Other than Dedede, there isn't another character that could be even more goofy on this list. King K. Rool is the villain from the Donkey Kong series, and he's definitely proved why he's got that status. He stole bananas, which is the Kong's food supplies, kidnapped some Kongs, and blew up a whole entire island before. Like I said, K. Rool is also pretty goofy, especially with the random attacks that you wouldn't think a crocodile would have. He's definitely a good villain, just not good enough to make it to the top 3. Mewtwo wants to eliminate all humans, and that's just intimidating in general. Mewtwo's attacks all have a dark, ruthless feel to them as well. It's mostly the shadow attacks and the crazy tail lashing. He attacks with anger, and that's just the unfortunate truth. Of course, not all humans / Smash fighters are bad, but sadly, he doesn't get it, and I don't think he will. Next up, we have our favorite space pirate, Ridley. Ridley is the evil antagonist in the Metroid series, and overall, he's just insanely brutal in Smash and in Metroid. Like, he moves wretchedly and has insane attacks. The craziest type of attack that Ridley has is the skewer attack. The skewer pierces through an opponent's body, leaving them lying on the ground. Remember what I said about Smash having blood for Meta Knight? Well, that would be even worse for Ridley just because of this one attack. I guess I should also mention the fact that Ridley has other ruthless moves too. Ridley's a crazy villain, but there is one more villain who I'm sure you expected to be number 1. Of course, the number 1 spot on this list goes to the king of evil himself, Ganondorf. Ganondorf is a selfish being who only cares about power. From ruining towns to killing the water sage and world destruction, Ganondorf is a force to be reckoned with, and Link always has his work cut out for him. Too bad the only moves that Ganon has that are a reference to his Zelda outings are his smash attacks in which he wields a sword. Ganondorf is actually pure evil, manipulative, and the worst person on this list, making him the best villain in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Surprisingly, that wasn't hard for me to make at all, but I'm sure others might disagree or agree with my picks, so let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.